This is the first of a three-part series about Lightroom. This is how I organise and catalogue my photos in Lightroom. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this short video I'm going to be talking about how I organise my photo library and catalogue my photos in Lightroom. I've actually had a surprising number of messages and requests asking how I do this, so this is going to be the first in a series of 3 videos, and this is all about organising files in Lightroom. Parts 2 and 3 will cover importing into and exporting images from Lightroom, and they'll be coming later on. So, how do I organise my photos in Lightroom? Well, my photos are stored on a 10 terabyte external hard disk, and this is backed up a number of times. Please make sure you back up your photos. I'll put a link up here to a video I made showing how I do it on my Mac setup, but you must make backups. My root folder on that external hard disk is called Archive, and it contains many different folders. Each of those folders are specifically for landscapes and aviation, but I also have other folders for other miscellaneous photo projects, travel, model shoots, training courses, and some other folders which I still keep from my portrait studio business. So all of my photos are contained within one big Lightroom library, and I don't have separate libraries to keep different types of photos separate. So the important thing for this video is that for my aviation and landscape photography, surprise surprise, I have a folder called landscapes and another one called aviation. So let's start with aviation. My aviation folder contains subfolders for air shows, airfields and museums, and I've organised this to suit me best. So you can see I have folders for all my frequently visited airfields, plus other folders for air shows. The Air Tattoo holds thousands of photos, so that has its own folder, and I have another one for museums. And inside each of those folders, individual shoots are then listed in date order. My landscape folder is slightly different in that all the locations I shoot are listed in alphabetical order with the date, and that's just there in case I shoot a particular location more than once. To make the master landscape folder a bit more manageable, I have subdivided the shoot locations into sections of the alphabet. Regardless of aviation or landscape, my folder structure remains the same within each of the shoot folders. I import my photos from the memory card into a folder called RAW, and that contains all my original RAW files. Then, as I work my way through those RAW files, I pick or flag the photos that I'm going to edit. Once my selection has been made, I place these photos into a new folder called Pics, and I work on those photos from this folder. This means that all the photos which remain in my RAW folder remain unedited originals, and those in my Pics folder are either finished RAWs, work in progress, or photos yet to be edited. Once I've finished editing my images, I then export these as JPEGs. But rather than exporting them out of Lightroom, I export them but then re-import them into the Lightroom library. So all my finished JPEGs are then catalogued and held within the master shoot folder in a new folder called JPEG. Then one last thing that I do is export my finished JPEGs once again, but in a reduced size and with my watermark on for social media purposes. This is done in exactly the same way as before, but into a folder called JPEG Social. Likewise, the social media JPEGs are also re-imported into the Lightroom catalogue, and they are held within the Lightroom library. So that means that for a fully completed shoot, there will be 4 folders within each master shoot folder: RAW, Pics, JPEG and JPEG Social, and they contain the original RAWs, the edited RAWs, finished JPEGs and the reduced size watermark JPEGs for social media use. They're all held within the Lightroom library and catalogued in the same folder, so I can easily access them either through Lightroom or through the Finder on the Mac's operating system. The important thing here is that folder organisation folder dragging, dropping and moving of folders must be done within Lightroom rather than the Finder. Otherwise you run the risk of having Lightroom lose track of where your photos are. Do everything in Lightroom to keep things simple. That's my advice. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your cataloguing further within Lightroom, something which might be useful for aviation photography, and that's keywording. You could keyword individual aircraft photos with information such as serial numbers, type of aircraft, air force, nation, manufacturer, whatever you want. That's entirely up to you. Personally, at the moment, I don't do that, but I can certainly see a case for it, perhaps in the future as my aircraft library grows even bigger. But I don't currently use the keywording feature at all in Lightroom. Anyway, I hope that answered some questions about how I organise my Lightroom library. If you found it useful, please help this channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you come back for part 2, and that will be all about importing your photos into Lightroom using this folder structure. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.